demographic for MTV, but a lot of things has changed up where it's like it's females from the ages like 16 to like 21. Because if you look at it, like a lot of things that used to work on MTV don't work anymore. Like they tried to bring back Beavis and Butthead on MTV, but it was so drastically different. Like the target audience, it didn't work no more.
Well, they're bringing it back again though.
They are bringing it back, but it's going to Comedy Central, and that's another thing I was gonna say. Like there's a couple of things with MTV going back because like
the demographic is older for Comedy
exactly.
Central.
And the thing is, the demographic of MTV used to be Beavis. Like Beavis and Butthead, I want to say it was a parody of exactly who the MTV generation was. I think that was what was brilliant about it. Not a lot of people realize that these two characters is exactly who were the audience.
They were also considered like actual, like, I mean, they were joking most of the time, but like critics of music.
Yeah.
Like that's how Rob Zombie's group got famous because they talked about them on the show, and everyone was like,
Thunder Kiss.
Yeah. And like they had such a critique on like music, and they wouldn't just review stuff that was current. They like watch videos from like even like in the late 80s, like mid 80s, stuff like that, all the way up to what was current. So it was Mike Judge giving his like opinion, you know, musically also, as well as like his critique on like the modern youth, you know, in America, which I thought was brilliant. So I'm excited to see that it's coming back on a different network because it trying to work on MTV. Think about it, they have all these teen moms and
ridiculousness,
and
ridiculousness
challenge,
teens and 20 million episodes of ridiculousness where it's like it's not.
Did somebody say Teen Wolf? Who said that?
Oh,
Teen Wolf, Teen Wolf Mom.
They have Teen Wolf, Teen Mom,
Team Wolf Mom.
Teen Wolf Mom. Coming soon to MTV, Teen Wolf Mom. Exactly, Teen Mom.
Teen Wolf Mom.
So it's like
the Catfish show.
Catfish, which I love. Catfish.
Catfish is. I love Catfish.
Did you guys hear they might come back Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, they are.
They're definitely bringing that back.
Again? Because I tried it on like what did
it was on like Spike TV.
Ren and Stimpy's adult.
That was on Spike. That was on Spike.
Spike. So it's gonna come back on like Comedy Central as well.
I have no.
They don't need to come back.
I like Ren and Stimpy, but it's a little problematic.
It very
is. Yeah.
But that's
not
the
to mention
point.
the creators are a little problematic as well.
Yeah.
The creator was a nutcase. He was a super perfectionist and worked them to like the bone. Like he was super like
he was insane.
Me and my buddies went to an art gallery of one of the artists on the shows. He was in Trenton just giving a talk on the making of Ren and Stimpy, and the first thing he said was, "I'm not going to answer this throughout the show. Yes, John Kay was fucking nuts."
Oh my God, he opens with that.
If you could watch a few videos where kind of people like break down. Working with him on YouTube, like. And I always hear the same stories. Like everything adds up about this guy that he was a nutcase. He was a work Nazi. Like he was.
I heard he was a pedophile. That's all I heard.
Allegedly.
That's a wrap. Wrap it up. Get his ass.
Allegedly.
Get his ass.
Either way, Ren and Stimpy is they're bringing back a lot. So like Ren and Stimpy is coming back for a third time.
Third time.
Third time's the charm.
Daria's getting a spin-off with
oh shit!
Yes, Tracy Ellis Ross is doing that.
Yes, I'm excited for that. Daria was another great show that was, and Daria itself was a spin-off.
Was it Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah. So and then it tackled that high school kind of youth in the late like 90s, early 2000s. I thought it was really brilliant. If you watch Daria today, like she's literally the typical person. If Tumblr existed, Daria would be. Daria was Tumblr before like Tumblr.
Daria is every you agree with this? Daria is every lady comic in New York City.
Hi. Should I get out my glasses?
Like very monotone, sarcastic, like
Comedy Central is also doing a huge like
rebranding.
They're moving away from live action to focus on animation.
Well, there goes my pilot pitch.
They canceled Drunk History.
Yeah.
I was like, if anything could stay, that could stay. They can't toss Boy and O. I was like, okay, that can go. Just keep Drunk History because that's like a live action cartoon. I love that.
Yeah,
It's a great
but
show.
I guess they.
Gotta wipe the slate.
I mean, for what they have coming, I don't think they need to change up anything. I mean, I'm excited though. Like, I want to see a continuation of Beavis and Butthead, like in a more modern today take. Because even when they brought it back on MTV last time, like they were watching more. Not only were they watching videos, but they were watching shows on MTV. Well, I don't know whether MTV liked that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
part of the
probably
reason
why
why
it
they
didn't come
canceled
They
it.
got canceled it.
You know, because they would watch episodes of Jersey Shore and point out
Teen
how
Mom.
Teen Mom, yeah, that shit was funny.
Do you
Yeah.
remember when they brought Beavis and Butthead back for Jackass 3D? They were
Yes,
opening of the-
yes, in the opening.
They
Yeah.
came back before that.
Mhm.
Jackass had done a 24-hour lockdown of MTV's headquarters or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and Beavis and Butthead came back for the first time in years to comment on Steve-O's rap music. It's the funniest thing in the
Oh
world.
my God.
They're just sitting there like, this is fucking horrible. It's so bad.
That's the thing. They were big for as stupid as they were.
They were
Musically,
phenomenal.
they were like hard critics. Like if it wasn't like the hard metal that they were into, like they shitted on everything.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
But they actually loved the Bee Gees.
they did.
They did. There was an episode. I remember
there was
watching
a lot
the Bee
of
Gees.
there was
They loved
there
the
was a
Bee
couple of
Gees.
bands where that was the exception. You know?
Yeah.
But overall, there was like a lot of stuff that they would
They
just
was not
constantly
with it.
shit on. Like if you, like I said, if you weren't, you know, Metallica or pretty much anyone that wore on their shirt AC/DC.
If it wasn't Megadeth or
Yeah.
Pantera or something like that.
And they would have the reaction as soon as it comes on. Yes, yes, and they just start head bashing like to it. Same thing with like rap music. They were only big on like all the people that are like legends today are the only ones they like
Or, like,
Snoop Dogg.
the gangster rap
And Snoop
era.
Dogg was
Yeah.
even on an episode, or he
Yeah,
did some
they should
shorts
be.
with Beavis and Butthead. I remember from back in the day. So like they were very heavy music critics for people who were just absolutely stupid, and no matter what was happening to them, were constantly laughing. They could be getting the shit kicked out of them. They'd be laughing the whole time, which I always thought was funny with them. Like no matter what's going on, they're just constantly laughing.
Huge back in the day.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
got a movie.
The movie was
Like,
like,
Yeah.
it was cool.
like,
Beavis and
Beavis
Butthead
like Do America.
Yeah,
like that doesn't happen for animated shows anymore, and for that especially.
The
at
last one
time.
I can remember that came out was what, the Simpsons movie?
Nah,
SpongeBob?
Teen Titans.
SpongeBob.
Well, SpongeBob.
Teen Titans.
SpongeBob,
Yeah.
they're gonna milk that shit until Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
They're like twice for
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
exactly. Yeah.
Can we talk? Since we're talking about Beavis and Butthead real quick, can we talk about the insanely hard Super Nintendo game?
Well, there was two. There was the Super Nintendo one, and then there was the Sega Genesis one. The Super Nintendo one was the
same-
easier one
Really?
because it was just like it was sort of like a beat 'em up. It's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. But it was just straightforward. You're just going through a level.
That was the one they had to get to guard.
avoid obstacles and just hit stuff.
That's
The
what they had to
Sega
get to-
Genesis one was more of a. We talked about it last time, I think, or one of the episodes. It was more of a.
You got angry.
a
I
puzzle.
remember.
It was you had to piece together
talked about
the missing,
Mission's game.
not the missing, but the ripped up guard
Are you-
tickets.
are you-
and you had to complete different goofy
That was
tasks.
that was the
That was the
Super
Sega
Nintendo. No,
No.
that was. I'm telling. Somebody
How are you
fact
gonna
check
tell me?
that. Fact check that.
How are you gonna tell me when I
Was
had
it?
both games? How you gonna tell?
It was Sega. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
sorry.
Sega.
I'm
I
sorry.
told you.
Fact checked.
The Sega Genesis one.
You've been checked.
You've been checked. Fact checked.
You've been checked.
Philippe, I'm tired of your
Will Smith, check this shit.
Philippe, I'm tired of your stuff. Shut up.
We
These are
talked
good
about it
terms.
last episode. I was
Hashtag checked over there.
I was telling you about like how stupid where you get a password as it's kind of like your save game, so you have to come back and you have more pieces. But the password would be like 20 something letters, and the letters were capital and lowercase. So if you wrote it down, because we didn't have phones back then,
Nope.
you had to be very specific.
You had no
on-
memory cards back then. You
Yeah.
had no
You had to
hard
be very
drives.
specific when you wrote down the code to
Yikes.
remember if this was capital, if this was lowercase, this is a number, if this is a 9.